Walking this bitch like, hey, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey, bitch, I'm really him. Don't believe me? Come and see me. Got 3 wishes from my genie. Now I'm on your local TV. All on tour, got bitches screaming. Say she wanna come and see me when I'm in a local city. I'm like, pause though. Please step aside so they can see me. And I walk up in this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, bitch, I'm really him.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's Hood Chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flash in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Code. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good, man? Daniel, what's good, man? Hey, first and foremost, to my bro and to everybody, man, who lost power, excuse me, over the last few days. We hope everything is all good with you now.
Yeah.
That affected us. There's the reason why you just now seeing us till today. So, just want to make sure everybody's good. And hopefully you are able to sit back and watch us as we are sitting here, excuse me, and watching the main event of Raw.
Absolutely. And I almost forgot to say, man, tonight is the WWE Monday Night Raw Block Party Cheer. So now that we got that out the way, yeah, bro. Hey, look, man, it's been so long. I felt since we recorded the episode, I forgot what our theme song was, man.
I was about to say, I wonder if we're gonna play when we hit the button.
Yeah. I almost did the SummerSlam one for the third time.
Hey, I was gonna say do it for the SmackDown when we got to it because it was the SmackDown Go Home show, especially with Roman Reigns coming back and putting a beat down to Samoa to basically the whole new bloodline. So we was ready to pay that off, but Mother Nature had different plans, man. So we can't argue with Mother Nature. When she do what she do, she do what she do.
Absolutely. Hey, bro, man, speaking of Roman Reigns, speaking of the bloodline, speaking of Monday Night Raw, man, we started off the night, of course, with mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. She came out, man. She made her feelings and thoughts known, sent a couple shots to Dirty Diamond. Then, of course, man, the camera pans to the crowd. We got Dirty Diamond, Liv Morgan, WWE's newest power couple. And, bro, of course, man, you had Damian Priest, the terror twin of Rhea Ripley, who came out, man, and they started laying them paws on them bitch asses. And yeah, bro. So it seemed like we're gonna get Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Diamond, Liv Morgan. Dude, the internet. I've been having a lot of fun with the internet, man, since WrestleMania. People saying that Dime is the first heel in history to go heel while being a heel. And just when you think about that, bro, that is so funny. And I know initially, people was like, didn't really know what to think of Dime. You and I. It's no secret. We said it many times, especially when he was a babyface working with Ray. It was like, I called him Arm Drag Mysterio, said he had 2 moves of doom, and dude, to see his character development. I don't know if you've seen like those evolution pictures from when he first came in to now, and people have been doing the time-lapse videos. First of all, he's gotten into great shape. He looks completely different, just gimmick-wise, face-wise, and everything. And on top of that, he's actually become one of my favorite people to listen to on the mic when the crowd actually lets him talk. Dude, Dominic Mysterio, what do you think the end goal is for him, man? Do you think Dom has the potential not to necessarily live up to his father's career, man, but to possibly be one of those guys that can go down as, one of the best to do it when it's all said and done?
Well, right now, his father's career is the standard for him. At least accomplishing enough to be, respected in the business for what you've done. But after that, it's to take the name Mysterio and make it bigger.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the thing for Dom. So when Dom can figure that out, because let's be honest, man, like you said, man, it's been his growth, his maturity. We watched the babyface thing. We said what we said about it. He was still developing. He was still going through the motions. He was still, just everything that we needed to see him do to be that next level guy. As Sami just got the first pin off of Bron Breaker with the Halua kick straight to the face. So Sami Zayn's now up 1-0 over Bron Breakker. But that evolution of Dom has definitely grown, not just in his in what he says, but it's in his in ring. Like Dom got what like it was like what was it last year? It was like 100 something matches. Like Dom was like one of the top 3 people who had the
It was like
most.
him and Seth Rollins.
Right. It's like y'all. How do y'all have like this dude had this many matches? He's had nothing but time to grow and get better each and every time. And each and every time, man, we saw something that we liked or disliked, and then the next time we saw something better. So, whoa, shit, yo,
Yeah.
he just long darted this dude. Yo,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, yo, my bad, y'all. Sorry.
No, you good. You good.
I just look up and I just see him running with him and just see him toss him like, oh shit. And then he see him running. He dropped him in that little barricade area. I hope he didn't throw his head into the barricade. Hey man, hey, I need another camera angle of that view.
Hey, Sami trying to give Darby a run for his money, man.
Yo, I need another camera angle on that view ASAP. ASAP. Soon as they get back, I need another angle. But Dom's progression has gotten better. His in-ring, his presence, his charisma, everything about Dom has gotten better. He's learned to use the heel. He's gotten Vicky Guerrero heat.
Yeah,
that's what he's got. And because he's the son of a great, and he disrespected that great, he's a spoiled kid.
Yeah,
and because people already felt he was a spoiled kid, it just there's just so much there. And right now, all he's been doing is just building on that and just being more and more and more each time. So now, hey man, he's finally daddy. He didn't went from little Dominic to little Dom to now he's daddy. You know what I'm saying? And so he get to eat his tendies when he want to. You know what I'm saying?
Play his game as late as he want to.
Right? You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to be an adult man. He can be a little kid man, man child. For as long as he want to be, and live gonna love on him. So hey, it's good. It is what it is. But you can't like him or dislike him. You can't deny that. You can't see he's definitely grown from then to now. You can't say there's no growth. There's a lot of growth there. Earl in the building. Earl said a thumbs down in my book for Raw tonight.
I mean, I can agree. I mean, tonight was, man, it was what it was, but hey, look, you got Bash at Berlin coming up. You already had SummerSlam, which that took a lot of hype. Dude, this is going to be one of them things where I feel like the next week or two, you really just focusing on story building. I don't really think you're going to have too many matches per se or matches of substance. You had the whole Ivy Now thing turning on Max and Dupree, which of course led to, what is it? American Made defeating Alpha Academy. Of course, like I said, we already talked about Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley. We got Randy Orton, Gunther, but then you got the whole CM Punk and Drew McIntyre situation. So that's fourfold. Dude, speaking of Randy's like in a little bit of an entanglement, man. He's like in 2 or 3 different situations across Raw, SmackDown right now. But CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, I want to talk to you about that. I want to kind of jump around a little bit. Is there anything else that you believe is left in the tank when it comes to this Drew McIntyre CM Punk rivalry? Because I feel like at SummerSlam, all right, man, like it was what it was. Like you lost.
Well, the problem is Punk was injured. that was the problem. Yeah. He was injured the whole time. SummerSlam was his first match wrestling live on TV. In order for a rivalry to be a rivalry, there's got to be some back and forth. They finally had the first match, and it looks like they're going to have a strap match for Bash at the Berlin, which I'm fine with. So that's match number 2. Punk got to figure out how to way to get that, and then you throw it off with one more match later on. So there's somewhere to go with it because all he's been able to do is talk and show up and do little stuff here and there because he's been injured. The most damage he did was WrestleMania, where Drew won the title. He beat Seth Rollins. He was the World Heavyweight Champion. He glowed about it a little too long. CM Punk, bitched him out about it, and it cost him the championship because Priest cashed in on him. And then Priest cost him the number one. Punk cost Drew the number one contendership. Then he cost him the match in Glasgow, where the Clash at the Castle. And so it's like, dude, that's the extent of it. And SummerSlam was Drew's first redemption of anything. It wasn't over. It was finally really getting going. Now we need the second match. Now we're gonna get the second match, and then we go from there. And then we get the third one. And after that, you can break it up because then you got different stuff and different angles and storylines to go with.
Well, I was just about to ask, after getting his ass squashed to smithereens last week by Bronson Reed, where do we go with Seth Rollins, man? Is Seth Rollins, is he done with Drew and CM Punk for the time being? Did we start a program with Seth and Reed?
Hell no. He wasn't done. Well, no, he ain't done at all because before Drew or Bronson Reed that came out or whatever, before Drew had came out, Seth was walking up on CM Punk. He was like, all right, now that's over with, you done screwed me out of my thing.
Yeah.
You got beat in yours. Guess what? Now you need to bring it back to me. So we was getting ready to get that until Drew came back out, and then Bronson Reed did what he did to Seth. So Bronson Reed tied up the 2 out of 3 falls. So we're in the final match of the match tonight. But he better not jump off that. Oh, damn, he did. Damn, he cleared it, and he cleared it.
Bron is freaky athletic, man. He should be this goddamn big and doing the shit he do.
That's why I said, man, if there was a dude to call up from NXT to the main roster, it's him. Like, I thought they were too brash and putting the championship on him. I was wrong. He's proved that to me. When he fought Dolph Ziggler, he proved that to me. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Yeah, if there's somebody that's ready, he's ready. Go ahead and call him up. Stop bullshitting. But but we were going to get something more other than Punk and Drew. But, the angle went the way it went. And now that Bronson Reed did what he did to Seth, now there's about to be a new angle on that. That's a new matchup and something new, we've never seen, really, Bronson Reed versus Seth. So, all right, cool. I'm for it, when Seth comes back healthy. And they can just go from there. But, you got about 2 more matches of Drew and Punk. And it should finish out for this year. And then, when they, bump into each other, we know what it is, but, they're moving on to new things and new people.
Absolutely. Hey, bro, I'm looking at that WWE World Heavyweight Championship behind you there. I must say, it is quite the beauty. And you're welcome. You're welcome, because I was so generous in allowing myself to lose the prediction wars.
Well, brother, first and foremost, as much shit as you was talking, you should not have been generous at all. There should have been no generosity whatsoever. So that was my first mistake. But it's all good though, man. You're a young pup in this game, and it's a company of the OG to show you how to navigate these waters, man. But don't worry, man. One day, you too will be a king.
Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure OG status got at least be 10 years plus my senior.
I'm almost there. I said I'm almost there.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, man. Okay. Hey, I'm almost 6 feet tall if you add another 5 inches. I almost graduated college if I would have made it past the first 2 weeks. So
from the first 2.
So almost is a hell of a word.
Oh goddamn, bro. Oh shit. I ain't too far off, man. I ain't too far off. It's only a couple of months.
Oh man.
Oh shit, man. Right now, Sami. Oh shit. Sami's trying to fight back, man. He almost had the pin, but Bron kicked out. Right now, Sami's going to the top rope. But Bron, I think he's about to get up and get his boy a superplex. Oh, nope. Head bunt by Sami. All right, Sami's on the top rope. Sami's going. What the heck? What the hell was that? Spear by Bron. Broke him in half. 1, 2, 3, and still your Intercontinental Champion, Bron Breakker. That was stupid on Sami's part.
Yeah,
He looked like he looked like he flat out just straight up just forgot everything. Like he jumped. It was like, oh shit, what was I about to do? It was it. That was it. Yeah, I forgot. What was I getting ready to do again? Ah, shit. Never mind.
Hey, you know the meme. Hey, you know the memes where it was like it was at this moment he fucked up.
Where he knew. Hey, man, that's exactly what Sami said. That's exactly how that was. It's like a little pause while he's midair and he's looking down. He's got that look on his face. So it's like, ah, shit. Yeah, I fuck. And then you play it. Oh man,
Hey,
Bron Breakker.
I got a question about Sami Zayn. You know, we've had some great intercontinental champions in the history of the WWE and pro wrestling in general. Would you say that Sami Zayn has a case? Not saying he is the greatest, but arguably, I don't know what the fucking word I'm trying to make. This ain't hooked on fine. This guy.
What do you mean? I want you to come back with that one more time. Come back with that one more time.
The Sami,
need to be.
When Sami Zayn, man, when it's all said and done, does he have a case, an argument, at being the greatest or one of the greatest intercontinental champions ever in the history of WWE? I know right now we got recency bias, so he's the best in a long time.
No.
But do you think legitimately Sami is a top 10 IC champion?
Hell no.
No. Damn.
That's not even hell no. I'm sorry. Top 10 Intercontinental champions?
Yeah.
Top 10.
I'm not talking about popularity. I'm talking about what he's actually done for the belt.
By popularity? Hell no.
Yeah.
Not even top 10. Not even top 10. Intercontinental? Nah, bro. That list is too long. That list is too long to play around with to even think Sami's beating the top 10. He's lucky to get into the top 20.
Whew.
I'm not saying he's not great.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this. I would say The Miz is in the top 10 Intercontinental Championship before I would say Sami Zayn is.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It is shocking and appalling to me to hear that come out of your mouth because I know how you feel about The Miz. So that's very high praise, which I agree.
But that's being respectful for what is. And it's like if I got to look at what The Miz has done, how many titles, what he's done as the champion, and he's had some great rivalry, some great matchups, some great moments as Intercontinental Champion. He was definitely one of those dudes that defended the championship on TV nightly and shit. So it's like, bro, if I got to pick one or two between them two, I'm going Miz. Miz is Miz by far. Like Sami's now had to me, this maybe was Sami's best Intercontinental run because his last one really wasn't shit because he didn't wrestle that much. He held the title. Like, you got to think about it, man. Sami wasn't really that legit when he got to the main roster. It took him years before he even won a championship. By that time, The Miz had won United States and Intercontinental at least 2 or 3 times. So
right.
No, just on respect and just wins, all that shit. No. Miz, I would say, Miz got an argument for top 10, but not Sami. Sami better be lucky to make the top 20. If it's based on popularity, still he's lucky to make the top 20.
Okay. Well, speaking of championships, man, there's certain people, man, that we feel like, or that should have been champion more than what they were, but they didn't for other reasons. Shawn Michaels, he's went on record and said, he didn't want to be the world champion because all the responsibilities that came with it. We know Sean really wanted to. Sean probably would have been a 20-time WWE world champion. That ain't what he
definitely
wanted.
would have won it more times than 4.
Yeah,
but the
Randy Orton.
but his 4 times, and that's the difference between when people like him and when you look at John Cena, Orton, you look at their title reigns, where Shawn Michaels probably held that title for like almost a year within every time he was the champion. So it was like, it wasn't just, he win and lose it. No, he was winning it, and then he held it for almost a year. So it was like longevity with the title reigns, not just, winning some just to have the shock, for shock value. Because even though I feel like that's what it is with Randy and John and a few guys, because Vince just used certain people and he rotated these guys in and out as the only people who would be able to win the championship so much. So it's like, compared to other people where they could have had more title reigns, but they were in the era of these guys. So it is what it is. Clive, first and foremost, man. Clive, shout out to you, man. I'm sorry I didn't get to you. Clive, what it do, man?
What's up? No, and my thing is, it's crazy because, and the reason I brought that up, man, when Randy Orton, when he said, this month is 20 years, will be 20 years to the day that he became the youngest world champion in WWE history. And it's crazy. Mm-hmm. Elliot, what's up, bro?
What up, Elliot? What up, Elliot?
And it's crazy when you think about it, 14 times. And Randy, he was out for over a year with injury, right? Randy's he's had issues and suspensions in the past and stuff like that. And it's crazy to think when you really look at it, Randy has done so much and hasn't held a title in so long. The fact that you have 14, I feel like Randy is also one of those guys, man, that realistically had Randy.
COVID.
Huh?
He won the title twice during COVID.
Did he?
Yeah, he beat Drew.
He's sure the hell.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, he beat Drew. Yeah. Randy's had the title in like within the last 5 years. Yeah, he held the title for. It wasn't long. It wasn't long, but he did win those though. That's how he got to 14. He was 12 times at that point.
Now, realistically, Randy Orton, let's say he has another 5 to 6 years. Do you see him getting that 15, or do you see 14 being it? Ric Flair said he would like John Cena or Orton to beat his reign. I don't think it's gonna be John Cena, but do you think Orton has a shot to even get close?
For John Cena to win it, he would have to win it, lose it, and then win it again. Make it. That's not what you want to do. So that's not going to happen. And if he's retiring, I don't see him beating anybody current on the roster for the championship. Not saying he couldn't beat him. I just don't see him beating them. So I don't see that. Randy, I don't see another 5 to 6 years in Randy. Okay. I can see Randy getting one more. I can see Randy getting 15. Because if it's 20 years to the date of him winning the World Heavyweight Championship, if he doesn't go and take the WWE Championship from look up.
What up?
If he doesn't take the championship from Cody, I can see him going to get the new World Heavyweight Championship, just to, raise that up. Because that was the first championship he won. If that's the last championship he'll win, I kind of see that sentimental kind of thing about it. I can see one more title reign. Okay. I can see one. If there's any one, he'll get 15. He'll tie John Cena. Okay, that's about it. They're both at the tail end. John's getting ready to retire. Randy's not too far from behind him. That's why I was like, you said 5 or 6. I'm like, no. I thought you was gonna say maybe 2 to 3. I might have gave it to you, but I don't. But 2 to 3 is pushing it. I say 1 to 2. I'll give him. He's back now. Maybe another year or so. He may be good. He may be ready to go.
Okay.
But in that time frame, maybe one. I can't see him getting 17. I just don't see you picking up 3 world championships. I just don't see it. I mean, it can be done, but it's like how you gonna do that and not bury the guys you're trying to build up as legit guys? Because you don't want to go the Vince McMahon route of keep using the old timers to keep people interested. You want to continue to build these new people like you're doing with Priest and everybody else. So it's like, it's one of those kind of moments.
It's crazy because I think looking at the roster now, and anything can happen. But I don't see nobody ever beating Flair's record unless maybe Charlotte. But I can't see anybody else beating his record. If it ain't gonna be Lesnar, Orton, or Cena, which it ain't gonna be Lesnar.
Well, no, Lesnar's too far behind. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm
he's
saying.
got a goal, but he's not. He's not. He doesn't do win lose. Like he did it for Roman, but that was for Roman. That was for a storyline different purpose, which that was a downgrade for Big E because he had literally just won the championship, and then y'all just took it off of him just to put it on Roman. So it was like, outside of that, Brock don't do, he don't do win lose. He wins it. He's got it for about the next 8 9 months.
Can you imagine if Brock never left WWE? I really feel like that spot that just, with all due respect to Cena, with all due respect to Cena, I feel like that spot would have been Brock's. The way they built him up as the next big thing, the way he was running through shit from 02 to 04 before he left and came back and moved that.
I think the one thing that trumps Cena over Brock is Cena's promos.
Okay.
I think that will trump his charisma, his character, because that's not Brock. That ain't never been Brock. Brock has always been mean and big, and he'll pick up a baby infant and F5 that motherfucker. So it's like, bro, that ain't never been Brock. But he would have been the beast. He would have been the Carlito. He probably would have been the best champion. I don't know if he would have had 16 reigns. I think he would have had long reigns. So he might have had like 10 or 12, but he would have had long reigns because it wasn't like it was going to be too many people beating Brock Lesnar without help.
Yeah.
You ain't legitimately just beating Brock Lesnar unless Brock messes up or it's a multi-man match and someone else gets the pin. But then again, if Brock wants a rematch, guess what? If Brock about to get his rematch, and then Brock about to whoop your ass and take his title back and go back. So it's like that would be interesting. But for Cena, if Brock Lesnar had never left, I think it would still be Cena. I just think Brock would just be, there would be more of a rivalry between them two.
Right.
I think it'd be more of a rivalry to a lot of people. You think about it. Brock was around for Bryan Danielson, if he was around, if he was fighting him, for Edge when he was there, like all these guys, like Batista, like when Batista and them when Batista and them were up, okay, when Batista was coming up, Brock Lesnar wasn't around. So it's like, dude. So it's like, there's some matchups that it's like, that one, it might have, I ain't gonna lie. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar was all hype until we actually saw it, and then it's like when you think of Batista and Brock Lesnar, you kind of get that same remnants, but at the same time, I like to, not every match is gonna be great. Some things are gonna be sloppy, but it's still that okay. I want to see it. Then if it's terrible, it's terrible. But I got to see
I feel like Batista, and I know people got a lot of criticism, and they could be just because I'm genuinely a fan of Batista, but I feel like Batista wasn't as bad as people try to make him out to be. Like, I feel like Batista was actually solid in the ring, like towards the middle end of his career. Like when he became like the face of SmackDown, I feel like when him and Eddie was doing it,
right after he beat Triple H for the championship, that was it for him. That was it for him. That was his peak. That was his rise. And then once he won, and then he went to SmackDown, and then he had the matches back and forth with Undertaker and Edge and all of them. That was his peak until he went back to Raw. When he went back to Raw, that's where it went down because you're on the same show with John Cena, and they weren't pushing you like the way you want. Like you got your match with John Cena, but in the end, it really didn't boil down to shit. It didn't go the way a lot of people thought it would have. And he felt the way he felt, which he was right to feel that way because it's not like Batista still wasn't a draw. Like that, like it's not like no, he's still a draw. Like if that's the case, put him back on SmackDown. You would right. So it's like, dude, there's no issues there. But you want to do the draft and you want to shake things up and have different matchups. And that was a matchup of those guys both. It was funny because you took it back to when they both won the Royal Rumble, or they were in the Royal Rumble and they both went out, and then they had to restart it, and then Vince tore his quads, walking to the ring, and then John ended up getting tossed out, and Batista ended up winning. Like you had an arc there that you really could have paid off 5 years later with them both running through the company, being the respective champions on different shows, and then kind of being back. But as far as anything other than that, money, time, whatever, personal, hey, it was what it was. But if Brock had been there, it'd have been a different story. I don't think he would have had as many title reigns. I think he just would have had a lot more long title reigns. But John Cena would have been able to hold his own because John Cena's mic work was impeccable.
Let me ask you this, man, before we kind of cap off Raw and just get to the people. For you as a wrestling fan, what's more important to you, the number of title reigns or the length of the title reign? Do you feel? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say a little bit of both, but honestly, for me, it's the title reign.
Okay.
Because it's okay, you won the championship, especially if it's somebody that's like, okay, all right, good or bad. It's like, okay, how will you do as the top heel champion? You got to be the most hated guy. Or how are you as the face champion? You got to be the most loved guy. You got to be the guy that wants to be seen and talked to by everybody. All the kids love you. You're a hero. You're all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. How good are you at it, and how long and successful can you be? Who are the people that you are fighting? Now, some of that is competent on the company because, of course, we know how wrestling works. They got to have a storyline of who the person gonna fight, and it's got to make sense. We get that, but when you think of John Cena, when he won, who's the first person he went up against after he secured the title from JBL? It was Jericho and Christian, and then it was Kurt Angle, and then it was Shawn Michaels. And then when you look at the list of names of people, that's like, damn, these are all former world champions, and he's going up against them and he's beating them. And then years come on, and you get other guys and other people, and then they come in and whoa. And then of course Orton does the same thing, Edge does the same thing. So I think that's the thing for me. Like Priest didn't have a great title run, but I will. It was respectable. Like he defended it at least 3 to 4 times. And he had some good matches. I can't say he had a bad match. Each match was a really good match. And he's fought and defeated former world champions. Him losing the title was more of a storyline thing than it was anything else. It was not a he's just bad. He's not great. People don't like him. That's not a fact because people love Priest. People have been praising Priest. People like Priest. Everybody's been riding Priest for the last couple of years. So that's not the issue. It's storyline. It's wrestling, man. You got so many people, man. You got to do what you got to do. He got his opportunity. He took the best of it. He elevated himself to the next level. So now he'll be that. He won't be going back to the mid-card championships. He'll be that guy fighting for the main titles. That's the type of thing that to me matters. Like you can, not everybody's going to win 16, 15, 14 championships. You're only a select guy doing that shit. Unless you're Ric Flair and you wrestle for 50 fucking years. Outside of that, and you're relevant. I'm sorry. Not only do you wrestle for that long, but you stay relevant as one of the top guys for that long. And only so many people can do that. But again, you got to be that type of guy to get those type of title reigns. So for me, it's when you get the opportunity and you win, what can you do with it? If you talk to me about Kofi Kingston, man, you would hear disappointment in my voice. Like, I would acknowledge he's a champion, but it's like, do I remember his title? What do I remember most memorable about his title reign? And I don't really have a memory other than the way he lost to Brock Lesnar. To me, that's the impact difference.
Yeah. Okay. And dude, man, so Monday Night Raw, the show at hand here, it was, Earl said it best, thumbs down. It wasn't the greatest, but it was what it was. Dude, moving forward though, what do you expect from the rest of the year as we gear up for Netflix, man? Do you expect WWE, man, to still put on bangers on USA on the Raw side, or do you feel like, you know, we gonna kind of just, you know, ride the rest of this PG quote unquote shit out, and then, you know, really turn it up once we get to Netflix? So do you not see it being that big of a deal? CM Punk says, you know, I mean, Netflix is cool and all, but he don't want wrestlers to kind of use Netflix as a crutch to kind of go out of their way to just, you know, get the cheap pop just because they can cuss and, you know, be a little more edgy per se.
No, he's not wrong about that, and you can overdo it to where it's bad. And AEW had that moment where they had quite a few people that were overdoing it, so that's why they needed to break it down to just maybe the one particular person, which it seems to be MJF, which it should be, because he's the only one that can go that far and make it. He can give it the attention it needs. Good or bad, it's going to get attention. So it's like so it's like that they kind of finally figured that out. But he's not wrong about that. But at the same time, if being on TV is hindering some of what you can say, some of the actions and tones of what you do, then yeah, it can be. I mean, you know. And for a guy like CM Punk, he thrived in the PG era, and they all did. A lot of people thrived in it, and it showed the layers of what you got to be in this company, not just in wrestling, in wrestling in general, but mostly in WWE. There are times where it's more theatrical than it is wrestling, but it's still wrestling, and you got to be a certain type of person and you got to be able to build through it. And there are times where guys have kind of tiptoed the line to say something to get the little, ooh, like you little dumb son of a popsicle bitch or whatever, you know, something a little stupid, but then they'll kind of throw a tough word in at the end of it to try to make it seem like, you know, that come on, make it, we all know the PG era has been catering to the TV kid. You've been catering to kids. You're not catering to the adult. You try to do some adult stuff, and then it just comes off lame, man, because it's too hokey. So that's where I feel like now you can kind of like it's been a little edgier now, but I think that was just, you know, that's just them just not giving a damn. Like, you know what, look, what we gonna do? You can only you want to cut us off. But if you cut us off, you got to pay us, and then we'll just go end up on another network next week. We'll stream Monday Night Raw. We ain't gonna never stop streaming. We'll get this bitch on TV. Don't fuck around with us. ESPN is ready. They waiting on us. Shit.
And we already got the money from y'all anyway, so shit.
All right, exactly. So it's like, hey man, it's just a timing thing right now. But you getting our other show. So, you know, I don't want to hear what the complaints are. You're getting SmackDown. SmackDown is coming to you in September.
Which is crazy that allegedly, and I'm using allegedly because we're not in these rooms and stuff, so we don't know for sure. But it's just like the fact that, I mean, okay, so Raw is the longest weekly running episodic television show in TV history. Yeah, we get it. Mm-hmm. But bro, SmackDown is still a good ass show. Like SmackDown is technically the wrestling show. So I don't understand. Like, I mean, I guess you're losing money because you're not getting average sponsors for that third hour. So I mean, I guess if you look at it from that standpoint, then sure. But bro, it ain't like you like get some rinky dink ass promotion.
And you're getting Roman Reigns back.
That's what y'all wanted in the first place. Y'all wanted Roman.
I was mad when Fox drafted Roman first. Like, God damn it, we wanted Drew, but we really want Roman too. But we wanted Drew because he was hot right now, and it wasn't a bad pick for them to take him. It was just, hey, it is what it is, man. He's over there on Fox, and he doing what he want to do, and they wanted that on Raw, especially when he was both champions. They definitely wanted that, and he damn sure didn't do it. Like Roman Reigns, he did not show up on Raw. He did not give a damn. He only did it if it was a particular reason he had to go over there. It was somebody that was challenging him from that show when he won both. Outside of that, man, he did not show up to Raw at all for no reason.
The funny thing about that whole situation is that they getting Roman Reigns, but y'all getting this man literally like at the tail end. And he already didn't show up like the 4 years y'all wanted his. So it's like,
You take what you can get, and you still got Cody. You still got a nice little roster of people. So you're gonna have Charlotte come back. So you're gonna have you got the B show, okay? It's for better. And you got the B show, you got the better show, you got SmackDown. It's only 2 hours. You don't have to worry about people being that ratings dip that you normally get between the 9 and 10 o'clock hour, because you only have 2 hours. Once it gets to 9 o'clock, we only got this the final hour, y'all. We done. After this is over. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Let that third hour leave. Let the third hour leave, y'all. Y'all have had that third hour for so long. I think it's become a clutch to USA because you've been doing Raw since it debuted. Well, they left for a couple of years, but then they came back. But still, man. So they look. They need to be happy with what they got. And then, but as far as Raw, when the USA contract runs out, I'm still waiting to see what they're gonna do with that, because we still ain't heard. I ain't heard if USA gonna let them still show the show on USA until Netflix deal. I ain't heard I ain't heard nothing concrete yet. I heard speculations of what it could, but I don't want to hear what it could, because is this going to be on a handshake deal? Is this going to be on a temporary contract where it's like we're going to continue to show the show and from this date to this date, and then we'll be done with WWE as of midnight of whatever date y'all want to set, and then go from there.
It's funny. I don't know how these contracts work, but if I'm USA, and I'm speaking clearly as somebody who's not a business owner, but just being the little urban knight that I am,
I'm taking both shows. I'm taking both shows. I got both shows for a few months. Hell yeah, I'm taking both shows.
And that's what I was about to say. If I'm USA, I'm like, hey, look, y'all can go ahead, keep doing what y'all doing. We'll keep y'all alone, but hey, cut us a little discount on these few months on Fox. You feel me? Like, with SmackDown. If we pay, X amount of SmackDown, hey, whatever we would have made with y'all in these few months, we keep y'all on, whatever.
Nah,
I know it ain't gonna work like that.
Who's asking for the discount? USA or WWE?
USA.
Nah, there is no discount. You don't get no discount. You got SmackDown. You still get what you get of Raw while you're showing. There is no bro. You still get no percentage. You agent time. We just extending the date of when this end to this time. Bro. Man. You ain't getting no. What? You got a show. You got our second longest running show. You got the second longest iconic television running show. No, stop. Stop.
Hey, look,
but you decided not to, so now we're at Netflix. That's my fault.
If I'm USA, I'd be like, WCW would have never did this like this.
hey, where's WCW now? Where's WCW now? Yeah, okay, all right. That's what I thought. Where's ECW? Yeah, okay. Look here, man. Yeah. Look here, just extend our months. Look, and keep everything the way it is. Extend our months. Y'all still get what y'all been getting. We ain't gonna change nothing. We ain't giving you more. Yeah. You gonna give us a discount? No. Okay. Well, then all right then, because you already got 2 shows, so you already getting kind of double the profit. You got 2 shows on one network again. You ain't had that for 5 years. Take these couple of months and be happy. Take it, sir.
You know what I'm doing if I'm Triple H and Nick Khan, this is what I'm doing. Hey, for the last 2 months,
sir,
I'm having the Wyatt 6 come out, and they're gonna be the whole entire episode of Raw.
You stupid. Nothing but Wyatt 6 just murdering people on TV. And you stupid.
Hey, every commercial break is a new murder.
There's a new body. It's a new chalk line. Out line.
We turned Monday Night Raw to Where's Waldo or Who Did It?
Oh man, who's murdered? Who murdered who?
And then you had like a random WWE speed match at the main event. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that would be so bad. They would just cut. They would break their streak because they would just stop showing their shit at that point. It's like, this is all y'all gonna give us. You know what? Fuck y'all 2 months. Is this the way y'all gonna do us? Nah, bro. Go ahead and cut that shit. They can go to Netflix if it's all that big of a deal. Bro, we got the other show. We'll be all right. We'll wait till Friday.
Raw would be nothing more than the YS6 and Taco Bell commercials.
But bruh, it'd be what it was in the old days. Oh man. 33-minute matches and that's or but yeah, the speed tournament would go from Twitch to Raw. That's all it would be 3 hours of speed tournament. So that way you got 15 matches at 3 hours.
Hey, they started showing clips of main event. Like, wait,
oh shit! I thought this was Raw.
Like, I didn't know this shit turned back into Velocity.
Hey, damn! When did Velocity? Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. When did it come on Mondays? It ain't never come on Mondays. Oh man.
Oh, bro.
Man. But nah, man. You know, hey, but I honestly, that's me personally. I think they just extend the time. Like, hey, can we extend the time? Like, let's keep everything the way it is. You know, now you got both shows. You got SmackDown. You're gonna have SmackDown from you. This is from September to January 1st. That's 4 months.
Yeah.
That's 4 months. You got the 2 shows back on one network again for 4.
Yeah.
Bro, man, look here. And you only losing 1. Unless you decide not to re-sign the deal with SmackDown and you let it leave there, which I don't think they want to take. I mean, ideally, sure, it probably would be easier to put everything on Netflix, but I would think they want to keep some shows on TV, which is why, you know, NXT went over to CW. So I would think, you know, they would want to keep them on TV. So USA should be like, all right, man, you know what? We don't want to lose it because it would definitely hurt us because this is one of our highest rated shows. This is one of the shows that people are tuning in to watch where we're not replaying shit that they've seen 1,000 times over. So you know, and all right, cool. And all right, because we did have Monday Night Raw and NXT. Well, we lost NXT, we're losing Monday Night Raw, but we getting SmackDown back. Yeah, let's do our best to keep this one show and for at least as long as they're allowing us to have it until it gets to the point where WWE like, hey, we don't want to resign. We'll see y'all at the end of our contract. Thanks, but it's, you know, thank you, but good luck in your future endeavors, as they like to say.
Speaking of NXT, so the first 2 weeks of NXT will be on the road. They will not be in the Performance Center. They'll be on the road. CM Punk and Randy Orton will both be making appearances on the show's respective show in their state, which I think is cool. Shawn Michaels said, "Hey, look, yeah, y'all think WWE unhinged now?" He said, "Oh, when we go to the CW," he said, "y'all ain't seen nothing yet." And a lot of people were referencing SmackDown's UPN days. Now, I don't know if we necessarily go. I don't know. But you know what's crazy? Actually, I can see that because the CW, you talk about a network that's geared towards teens and young adults and more of a mature yet somewhat young demographic. I feel like, dude, NXT going to the CW is actually very, very smart when you look at the type of shows and stuff that come on the CW. Dude, do you think that maybe a show like an NXT going to the CW opens up the doors for a company like a TNA to possibly get on the network similar to that and reach the households that we've been saying that TNA needs to reach for a while now?
It will, if their partnership is continuing while they're on the CW, which I think it will. But for the CW, I mean, for NXT going to the CW, this is a good way to keep the younger people in tune with who the new talent coming in. Yeah. You know, the guys that don't just show up on the main roster, you know, you'll see them come through NXT. And you'll get the new group of NXT guys like you, and I think that's what fans are now. You have a new group of people that are strictly NXT. They're more NXT than they are to the main roster, even if half the people they like from NXT are now on the main roster. Like a lot of people who watch the main roster don't know NXT. We've had to deal with a lot of people who like, who is this or why do y'all like this or why that's like this is the reason why, and we talk about what this person's done. It's like, oh, I didn't watch NXT. It's like that's why you don't understand who this person is, because you didn't watch who they are coming up and through the NXT rank. So I think it's great for them. It's that the youth of the channel of their programming will benefit so much for it. And I just it's now their version of what we got of SmackDown when we got UPN. Like it's just down their time now. They got their new show, and this show is the development show, so you get to see people truly and I think this is what's going to make people more of a fan, because if you see it this way, you won't have that disconnect of the main roster fans not knowing who NXT people are anymore. I think that's going to fade away. It's going to be around for a while, but I think it'll eventually fade after a while.
And the cool thing is too, with it airing on the CW, you don't have to have cable to watch it, which was the perk of UPN. Because, bro, if you didn't have cable, hey, every Thursday night, man, hey, WUAB 43, put that son of a bitch on. You good to go.
Indeed, my good sir. Indeed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But, bro, look, man, I do not want to hold you up. I'm going to actually let you kind of dictate how we finish the rest of this, man. How you want to go, man? You want to end this? You want to take a couple of chat questions? What you want to do?
Honestly, man, we're going to get out of here, man, because my vacation is over.
Yeah. I know that feeling. You feel like me last week.
I've been dreading it all day. Ever since I woke up, like, last late morning, waking up and not having to get up super early. It's been beautiful. Especially the weather. The weather's actually been great all week. We're good. I think we got a good hour in. We talked about enough. Wednesday, I think Wednesday would be a good show. Yeah, we'll see. We'll come back Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday for the Wednesday night block party, AEW Dynamite, because they're getting ready for their pay-per-view, and I think Swerve is fighting Willa Yuta. So I think that's gonna be a nice little barn burner right there. Outside of that, man, we're gonna be back on Wednesday. Cloud says I not had cable, but I had to rent videotapes before DVDs. Ooh, Clive, man, I understand your pain. I understand it. I get it. It sucked, but it was the only way you could see shit. It was the only way you knew what everyone else saw. It was the only way you could see it, and so you would know and feel the experience of what everyone else experienced. So, I definitely get it. Elliot says Orton signed a 5-year deal. I mean, if he holds out the next 5 years, I just don't know if he'll get, what is he, 14? He needs 3. He needs 3. I don't know if he'll get 3. Unless they do some weird shit, which then it's kind of obvious. That's why I feel like the only person that I feel like will do it is going to actually be his daughter. I feel like if anybody beats Ric Flair's title reign, it will be Charlotte. And
you know what? I mean, it's only right. It's only right. And I know I've given Charlotte her criticisms in the past. Your Charlotte is my Sasha Banks, okay? I think we can agree on that. But Charlotte should go, man. Should go. So if anybody deserves to do it,
dude, most title reigns of any woman, I believe.
Yeah.
So you got the most title reigns of any woman. Why not get the most title reigns of most men and women? And why not have you're already a Flair?
Yeah.
And it looks like you're gonna always be around in this business. Yeah, you may be, because I don't see Charlotte Flair being the TV model chick all like that. No. She's she's glamorous, she's popular, she'll be seen at places and she'll be recognized, but it's like I don't see her being that. I see her dominating in the ring, being the best wrestler, ever. So
I can see her low-key taking on like a natty role, like when she's done, like probably being like a coach to a degree, like helping the younger
stuff. Rick never did it, so no. We're talking about a Flair here. We're talking about a Flair, okay?
Hey,
Flair. I mean, Rick did it in WWE, but he kind of had no choice because Vince wasn't putting him back in the title picture. The most he was gonna get was the Intercontinental Championship. That was it. Yeah. That was the furthest Rick was going to get. Rick wasn't going to get any further else. So outside of that, no. If that's the case, then that's the only way that would happen for Charlotte. Outside of that, Charlotte's going to get that title reign. She's going to get that.
Hey, you said Natty said, fuck them kids in the performance center.
Man, fuck them kids, man. Look, man, who we talking about? Man, Charlotte going to say that shit. She ain't trying to, man, no. She the queen. She's now Space Mountain. Who can hang on to her? Shit, ain't nobody. Can you ride it? Shit, hell, can you stay up long enough? Can you hang on? Can you last through the fall? Okay, shit.
Hey, always said the British are coming. The British are coming.
Man, look here, brother. That's what I'm saying. And they coming fast. They coming fast. They can't hang on, bro. They can't hang on. They falling off. They falling off, bro. They falling off, man.
Hey, what's that old commercial? Trojan, man.
Man, look, she out here fathering these fatherless kids. Let me shut up. All right, go ahead, get out here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That let y'all know we miss talking to y'all, man. Because we just badger. But hey, we appreciate y'all, man. We gonna see y'all Wednesday, man, for sure. Other than that, man, as long as Mother Nature don't say lights out again, we'll see y'all when we leave.
Yes, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, my man said it earlier, we be back Wednesday. I'm the franchise. He's the king. We are the GOW. And before we get out of here,
you are listening to the GOW podcast because, we always like to do it with a little hardcore country.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she does good.
Oh, I didn't hear it on my end. Oh, my bad. All right.
Yeah, she said you good.
All right, peace.